Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview on a Tuesday, October 4th, 2016. Traders come to you from Thailand. Bright blue sunny skies, white sandy beaches, absolutely gorgeous day today. Nice and cool, windows are open, doors are open, ready for another day of trading in Asia. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL. FXCL Excellence in Trading. Please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, I'm having an internet nightmare. Yes, I had no internet all night and just came back this morning and it's not doing very well. So we'll hopefully get this done and everything will work out fine. Traders, I can't get my my platform up for my data and my markets. So we'll just hopefully get that moving here in just a second. All right, we are up and running. Great stuff. Yeah, I lost everything in about 5 minutes ago. Okay, let's get started. We've got a lot to talk about. 6 currency pairs. Good moves on the charts yesterday. Wow, if you looked at my trade plans yesterday, you really did very well, even if you only took 1 or 2 of them. Pound dropped. Euro Aussie dropped. Euro sideways. We'll get to that in just a moment. Traders, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I am your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006 and 2008. I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, 9 days later, came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday. Well, traders, I'm in my 9th year, and I'm absolutely loving it. Asia is a great place to retire. Great time zone for trading the financial markets. Up early in the morning, 5:30, 6 o'clock for Asia. 1 in the afternoon, Thailand time for London. 7:30, 8 o'clock at night for New York, just for about 2.5 hours as I trade options in the New York markets. Traders, I like a currency pair to make a move, give me a pullback, usually using a Fibonacci tool or levels, support, resistance, and price levels. I want my price to come back to that, and we can take the trade in the direction of the trend. How do I determine the direction of the trend? I use our daily chart, and then I use a 4-hour chart to confirm the daily chart, and I trade off. I do my analysis on a 1-hour chart, and I trade off a 30-minute chart. However, I do use another platform that's on the side on another screen, and all that has is price levels. That's it, price levels. So I know where levels are at. The nice thing about Forex is price levels and price action repeats itself. That's an advantage to us as a trader, right? All right, so then it's fundamental time. Got to be up on fundamentals. You know, I had a news feed since 2007, and you know, it's amazing, but I had to I had to stop that subscription. Got a little costly and wasn't in the budget this year, so I had to get rid of that. All right, that's just a little bit about myself. But then what we do is we put the trade plan and the fundamentals together. We come up with a trade plan, and we enact the trade plan. Let's get to some trade plans. First of all, let me talk about our risk disclaimer. Okay, traders, this is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex or any other financial markets. Traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Remember, this is a game of capital preservation. Live to trade another day. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. Okay, traders, let's check out news and commentary. This is how the markets closed yesterday. The Dow 30 was down 0.30%. The S&P 500 was down 0.33%. The NASDAQ was down 0.21%, with the small cap 2000 also down 0.25%. Let's take a look at the DAX. The DAX closed positive 1.01%. The FTSE was also positive 1.22%. And the CAC 40 was positive 0.12%, with the Eurostoxx 50 down 0.12%. Let's take a look at what's going on in Asia, my friends. The Nikkei 225 is currently positive 0.56%. The S&P ASX 200 is negative 0.23%. The China 850 closed yesterday at positive 0.20%. All right, traders, I'm back with you. Just had, again, another outing of my internet. Okay, let's go down to and take a look at what happened in Asia. The Nikkei 225 is currently positive 0.60%, and the S&P ASX out of Australia is negative 0.32. The China 850 closed yesterday at positive 0.25%. The Hang Seng closed yesterday positive 1.23%, and the Kospi that's currently trading is 0.59%. Let's take a look at the economic calendar today, which I was not able to do. We had RMB's Governor Wheeler is about to speak in the Asia session. That should be pretty interesting. RBA rate statement, we don't expect anything out of that. Interest rate decision is in Asia. We don't expect any changes out of Australia today. That's what's going on in the Asia session. We have construction PMI out of the Great British Pound today, and that looks like that is going to be it for the European session. Looking at the U.S. session, I don't see anything that's going to do anything. It's a very quiet trading day in the U.S. session. So that wraps up our pairs today. Just a quick commentary that I have to tell you, yesterday's trading, our trade plans did very well. Take a look at the charts. I'll show you some of these waterfalls we had yesterday, and it just happened to work out really nice. On that, let's head over to the charts. I don't know how long my internet's going to last, so let's get this moving. Okay, traders, let's take a look at the euro dollar. Not a lot of price action in the last 3 days, just really stagnant, sideways, not a lot to do. This is a sell trade. We want to sell this, and this is a good spot. I got to be honest with you. I'm doing this in the Asia session, but I like that big red candle. I like that the 10 EMA is on top of price, and I'd like to take this down to the S3 pivot at 1.1157. I think this can work. This would be a nice 70 pip trade, 68 pip trade, and the issue here is price going to continue? And there's not a lot of data coming out today in London, and it's Great British Pound data, so it's not even going to affect the euro. So we'll see what happens, but this is a nice sell trade. We want to sell this, right? Let's take a look at the Great British Pound. Where was my pound? There it goes. Okay, Great British Pound, yeah. Nice drop off yesterday. We talked about the gap. If you take a look to the left of the chart, you'll see that gap in price. I talked about this yesterday, and I said, what if this doesn't fill the gap and it just continues to the downside? Well, guess what, folks? We know that the Great British Pound US dollar does not like to give pullbacks. Did it give a pullback? No. What did it do? It went sideways for several hours and then dropped like a rock. Gave you a second chance to get in, just close to that 38.2 fib, and then dropped again, and that was it. So what are we looking for here? Well, we're looking for another pullback at the 38.2 at 1.2889, and we'll take it down to 1.2822, which is a nice 60 pip trade, 63 pip trade, and we'll see how this works. But we have to get through this daily pivot, and we got to get through that 55 exponential moving average. Are we going to be able to do that? Traders, I don't know. So prepare, like I said yesterday, for a second trade plan in case this just continues to drop and doesn't give us a pullback, because we know the pound doesn't like to do it. So we'll keep an eye on that, but really nice trade yesterday. Worked out really like 5 pips from where we wanted to take profit yesterday. Really nice. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie. Aussie not doing much. Sideways, inching up a little bit, then coming back down. I think this was basically pre-interest rate decisions today, right? Their interest rates decision is late in Asia today. So I think that's basically all that happened there. And we're expecting this to continue the downtrend. I want to sell this. Now, the question is, now is the time to get in it, because I don't want to sell it at the daily pivot or the 200. If it doesn't work and we can't get in it, I'll wait for it to clear the 200 and then sell it. So that probably means 2 days away, maybe today. We'll see what happens with this interest rate decision. But there's no indication that they're going to do any changes with the Aussie and the interest rate. So I think we're going to see a little whipsawing up and down, and it'll continue the trend to the downside. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. Finally broke out of that range yesterday, finally continued to the downside. Now I'm just looking for a little bit of a pullback to the daily pivot point. And we'll sell this at 1.4726. We'll get out at 1.4539, over 100 pip trade. And this is really nice if we can get this to work for us. I like that the 10 EMA is above price, but if this pulls back for us, we're not going to get that 10 EMA above price. So we just have to watch it. But, keep an eye on it. You might have to get into it before the daily pivot, and that's a possibility. But we got 3 higher lows on the last 3 candles, so I think this could happen. I think we have some possibilities here. Let's take a look at the euro yen. Interesting pair. I took this trade this morning. I did it on this account, which is a demo account. I also did it on my live account, and I'm looking for this to come down. I'm really bearish on the euro yen. We're at 114.32. Get in it, and we'll get out at 112.82. This is close to a 200 pip trade here, and we just want this thing to tank, and I think it's going to happen, folks. I really think it's going to happen. So this is a really nice trade. I'm in the trade live, and I'm in the trade on this demo account, just so you all know. And what are we going to do here? Let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. Here's a New Zealand. Look at price right up at resistance, right? Now the 10 EMA has blocked it. Now it's coming back up again. We'd like to see this pull back to that 0.7293. We'll get out at 0.7234. Nice 70 pip trade. We just need price action to work for us. Again, this is another one that I don't want to sell it too close to all this mess of the daily pivot point, the 55, the 200. Everybody's in the same area. That's a nasty looking area right there. I want to be break even before I get to that. If I cannot be, I'm not going to take the trade, right? Because there's a good chance this is going to bounce at that daily pivot point. So I need this to pull back up to resistance. We got to be really strict on our rules today with this currency pair. We cannot sell this here, my friends. We're too close to this confluence here of the 200, the 55, the daily. Everything's right there. It's tangled together like spaghetti. We don't want to be in this mess. So we either get the pullback or we don't take the trade. Okay? All right, traders, that wraps up our 6 currency pairs. I apologize for the technicals, but it's internets and computers. You know how it works. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilda, and our great friends at FXCL. FXCL Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you for joining me today on a Tuesday, October 4th, 2016. Traders is brought to you through FXCL, and please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, I also tweet on Twitter at the London Open at FXCL Alerts 1. That's FXL Alerts 1 on Twitter. See you in the London session. Traders, have a great trading day. Remember to trade smart and not hard. Catch you later, folks. Take care now. Bye-bye.